Fabian, welcome back to the Premier League. Did you have a good summer?
Yeah, I had a good summer. You?
Yeah, not bad. Probably yours was nicer. But in the last 24 hours, we've seen sort of a mix from the Premier League managers we've heard from. Some of them have said, we're very well prepared, we're happy with the summer. Others have said we're not quite ready yet, and Fulham's Marco Silva is one of them. So where's your Brighton team at?
Of course, there are things that might be unpredictable for us, but overall, we feel that we're in a good shape. We feel that we are ready, and I think, especially for the start, it's always very important to have the self-belief in your own ability, the self-belief and the work you've done in the preseason, the progress you made in the preseason, and I feel that self-belief, and I think that's the main thing. It's not about focusing too much about the unpredictable things. It's really focusing on us and our ability and our quality, and I have the biggest belief in my group and my players that we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been a busy summer of transfers in and out. So I was just wondering if the window ended tomorrow, would you be happy with the situation that you have, or do you need a few more areas to strengthen?
No, I'm very happy. Of course, we might have too many players, but overall we are very happy with the squad, and most of the players are fit. So that's a big change, a very positive change. So if the transfer window closes tomorrow, I will be happy, yes.
Yeah. A little bit of housekeeping. There's been a bit of noise about Carlos Baleba and his future at the club. From what you know, how confident are you that he will be a Brighton player come the end of the window?
Very, very, very confident. Yes.
Any particular reason why?
Just my belief.
Okay. How has he been over the last few weeks? Obviously, he's picked up this knee injury. So, firstly, is he in line to play tomorrow? But also, how is he been dealing with this? He's just 21 years old. There is a lot of noise. How's his state of mind as well as his physical fitness?
I didn't see any change. He only changed his hairs, so I think that was the only change he made the last 2 weeks. But overall, he seems to be in a really good place. He's enjoying it with his teammates. He's enjoying it being a Brighton player. He's very grateful to have the process he had in the last season. So I didn't see any big change, and he's an option to start for tomorrow. Yes.
Option to start for tomorrow. Okay. And just finally, from me, you are an ambitious coach. You do have a very ambitious personality. On the eve of your new season, what do you think is possible for your side? Because I hear that Tony Bloom, the owner, he's been talking about wanting to be in Europe every single season. So is that the starting point?
It's always the expectations, and I think I'm really aligned with the expectations from the owner. So we are talking about these things as well, and we are both very ambitious persons. We always want the best for the club, and that's how we work. And I think you need to commit something in life, and you need to commit to big and high expectations, because if you don't commit, then deep inside of you don't have to believe that you can reach it. So that's always my thinking. So that's why I think commitment is such an important thing in life. And then it's about trying it hard, trying to work for it every day, and that's what we do. We built a good foundation last season, and we try to continue building this. We try to integrate now the new players. We still have most of the players available we had last season, so we can continue building on these things we created last season, and then we go step by step, and therefore we need to have a good start, and then let's see how good the season can be.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hi Fabian, great to hear Carlos could be an option tomorrow. Could we have the rest of the team news if there's anyone going to be out apart from the obvious ones?
It surprises maybe you, because now I only have to mention 2 names. It's a big change regarding the last season, so big thank you to my medicals, to my physios. They did a great job during the summer. So the only players who are not available are Adam Webster and Solly March. They will miss, long term. I don't know the clear schedule about that, but all the other players are available. So a big change and a positive change, and hopefully it stays like this.
I asked you this question earlier in the summer. You said you needed some more time. João Pedro got the winner against Fulham last time. He's no longer here. There's no longer a penalty taker. Who's your man taking penalties this season?
We will see it tomorrow.
Anyone impressed you in training so far, though?
regarding penalties.
Yes. Apart from your penalties.
Yeah, there are some players who impresses me regarding penalties. We train it more than usually because of course we need a new penalty taker. We also have a new set-piece coach with Yannick, and I really trust him. So we will make the decision together, and hopefully we have a penalty tomorrow, and then you can immediately see who will be the new one.
You have changed some of your backroom staff or your staff ahead of this season. What's the thinking behind that? Did you just feel it needed a refresh?
Yeah, I think that's the right word. It's about what is the right decision for the club. It's about making a refreshment, having new voices, new personalities, and that's why I made the decision. I'm very thankful that the club supported me with this decision. And for the guys who are leaving, I have a lot of respect for them. I wish them all the best, and hopefully we see us again.
How excited are you for this new season?
Very excited. So we just spoke about that. Of course, some players left us, some important players, but in general, the most of the team stayed together. We have some young players who go in the second year, so I'm sure that they will improve. I'm sure that they will make the next step. We are further in our progress. We have a better availability for the start of the season. So these are all some factors that are really important for us. And then I'm sure we have a very hungry squad. We have a squad that want to achieve something. We have a good togetherness in the group. We have some very young and new potential players who will help us short and long term. So obviously we are in a good place, and I'm very excited about the new season.
In terms of Fulham tomorrow, as previously mentioned, they haven't done much business this window. Does that make your preparation for tomorrow's game easier?
No preparation is easy in the Premier League. They also changed their formation in the pre-season, so they played with 4-2. They played with 4-3-3. So different formations. They're a very mature team. I think it's not always a disadvantage when you stay together, because they know each other quite well. They have good patterns in their style of play, in possession, against the ball. They're very compact. They know how to defend. So we expect a very difficult opponent. We expect a very mature opponent, and we have to be ready for that.
In terms of their main threats, does anyone particularly stand out to you?
For sure, they have great individual quality. I think Wilson played a really good pre-season. He scored some goals. Hove is a great player for them. Traoré, when he plays with his speed, it's always a danger. Then they have very good strikers. They have good build-up players with Anderson. They have good sixes. So overall, it's a very good team. It's a very solid team. They are very experienced. So, like I said, I think that their biggest strength is their compactness. They do everything together. They don't have like big gaps in their shape, in possession, out possession. So it's a very mature and a very well-organized team, and that will be a big challenge for us.
Fabian, you mentioned some of the younger players. We haven't seen much of Babis Kostoulas, Simas, Watson. Where are they in terms of this start to the season, and how patient will fans have to be before they see them maybe in the squad?
They have to be patient. They are in their phase of adaptation. Some of the players adapt more faster than other players regarding the intensity and the demands from the Premier League, but they all have the right work ethic, the right character sides to adapt quickly to this intensity, to the demands. So I'm quite convinced that we see them soon.
You mentioned there's not as many injured players. What's it like having James Milner, Ferdy Kadioglu, Matt O'Reilly's starting the pre-season as well? What's it like is it like having three new signings for you?
Yeah, especially with Ferdy and James, it feels like this, and they are both in a great shape. They trained very well in the pre-season. They adapted really good to the new intensity. So it's something different if you have the rehab sessions and then going into the team sessions. But they adapted in a very impressive way. Especially James Milner, it's just incredible how hard he works, how ready he seems to be, how how ambitious he is. So you still can feel his desire, his hunger to achieve something, and that's something special. So overall, it feels like we have 2 new players, and we are very happy.
In terms of the loss of Joao Pedro, Chris mentioned it earlier. How confident are you that you can replace those goals? Because he's a special player, but at the same time, even since he's departed, your team do seem to be creating chances.
One of our biggest strengths last season was that we had a lot of players who could score goals, and exactly like this we will replace Joao. So we can't replace him 1-to-1, but we can replace him as a togetherness, as a group. We can embrace him if other players step in and score goals, and we have a lot of players who have the ability to score goals. We have a Matt O'Reilly, we have a Thiago Gomez, Jack Hinchelwood scored goals, Carlos Baleba can score goals, Yassin Yairari has to make the next step regarding scoring goals. We have still Danny Welbeck, Jorginho, Rota, Minte, Mitoma. Then we have centre backs who can score after headers. So we have a lot of players who are capable of scoring goals, and like this is our approach. We can't replace these kind of players 1-to-1, but we can replace them with a togetherness, and that's what we try to do.